Hi, hello, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. So, today we are going to see the day 2 of making a VAH. What is a VAH? VAH is nothing but it's an virtual assistant. So, we are in a project to build this virtual assistant, and I think you all have seen this video. I'm glad you all have comment about this video. So, here let's start with the high level architecture and its summary about how to make the VA in a backend. What we see in the first video was the tutorial how it works. This is the full breakdown of this project. So there are three different types of characters or main loops we are going to produce in this project. So actually the first one is a voice pipeline. This is also known as background thread. This listens to your voice through the microphone of your laptop, computer, and etc., which actually translates your speech into text, which will communicate with the computer to make the VA listen to what you are saying. And actually, this is very important for the project to make the VA a voice assisted project. So the second one is version pipeline, the main loop of this project, which actually captures real-time webcam video and tracks hand landmarks, calculate 3D distances between your thumb and other fingers to trigger different types of gestures which will identify it and do the specific task. For example, in the last video we have seen by pinching index to your thumb actually opens the Chrome and the executive engine, which is the main part of this project. So moving forward, let's see the breakdown of the Python modules involved in this project. So first is CV2, which is an open platform which helps us to work with computer vision. It handles accessing your webcam, pulling individual frames, which actually drawing a UID element, for example, circles, text, lines, and displaying your front window. And the second one is MediaPy by Google, a machine learning framework. This identifies the 2L specific 3D coordinate points or landmarks to identify your hand, what the gestures we are going to show. Then the next one is Python, a GUI automated library. It programmatically takes control of your keyboard and mouse to type things out or to swipe from here to there, from apps to apps, or from Chrome tabs. And the next one is speech recognition, which converts your spoken audio into text. It abstracts away the complex audio processing, and in case it also uses Google's web speech for API for translation. Next is threading, a built-in Python module used for multitasking, subprocessors, OS and RE. These are all the backend works we are actually done already and explained you in the previous video. So the deep dive into the core code section. So here you could see the Python code, which actually is the core path resolution and subprocesses. So this is an example code I have pasted here. You could see this one. And similarly, what's happening in this is the script dynamically looks up your window profile name using os.getLogin and builds absolute file paths to your application using f-strings. And subprocesses, unlike standard execution methods that block Python until the opening program is closed. The next one is threading and the shared action queue. This is also a Python code, which, for example, pending underscore action is equals to brackets. This actually unleashes the multi-reading of the Python and different types of backend works. And the next one is rich voice phrasing, which actually phrases the different types of speech we are going to tell. For example, if we say search for search in a Wikipedia, so it actually accesses our keyboard and tells the VA to do so. It can also search about our regular expressions. For example, oh, can we search for a dog? The word is a regular expression which can be converted into codings by this Python code. Next is the hardware camera, a sweep and cooldowns. Actually, the camera is the main part of this. When you open your hands like this, it should detect the programming should detect what we are actually going to tell the VA. So these are the main steps we have involved: the hardware scanning, cooldown timers, so that the Code also take a cooldown time so that it does not continuously work for a thing. The spatial vector distance map. So in the second last line, you could see the distance. This is nothing. This is the distance formula of mathematics we have already learned in our class 10th maths. We simply use this formula to calculate the distance between our hands in a graph. So similarly, in a virtual graph, these types of calculations happen in the backend, which actually recognizes what gestures we are going to show to the VA. So let's see the summary of key Python concepts used. First, the occurrence, running background tasks while threading. Data structures, managing FIFO, first in and first out pipelines using Python. Error handling, pattern matching, data normalization. These are all the different types of backend programs we have done in the day 1. This is day 2 and I have broken different types of parts, different types of codes involved in this Python. Stay tuned for the course. We are going to build a VA in a very few days. Thank you so much.